This is what I'm talking about.
It's a little different.
This is my calling, I think.
The floor is yours. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm open.
What do you have to say? You guys have shown an ability throughout the season to bounce back. Why is that, and what do you expect going forward?
I just think, probably a lot to do with just our young team and high energy. I think even today, had a good practice. Everyone's having fun out there, working on our game at the end, goofing around. And, we took care of business during practice, and I think be ready to go for the game. I think we have a good mix of being serious, but also, being, having some fun too. And I think maybe that's contributed to us bouncing back and not, dwelling on our losing streaks too long, I think. Obviously, we've been a little bit of a rut here, but, at the same time, we've done some decent things as well, and we got to try to draw from the positives. And at this point in the year, it's about getting wins any way we can, so I think you can't be too negative.
Quinn was just up here talking about defense, that it slipped. With you guys and the way you played yourself back into the race, how does that slip at this time? Why does that slip?
I don't think it's like a huge, structural thing. I think it's more just small decisions in the game that happen so quick. I think this time of year, everything's so magnified. I think, whether it's a mistake in the O zone or the D zone, at this time of the year, there's not many scoring chances available out there. So if you give a team a chance, they're going to try to capitalize. And I think you've seen that with us a little bit offensively. I think, it's tougher for us to create right now, and teams are kind of bunkering it down, getting ready for playoffs. And scoring chances are tough to find. So I think it goes both ways. I think, we have to be good defensively and try to really limit those errors, or when we do make a mistake, we have to cover for each other more than we have. So I don't think it's really a big thing. I think it's just everyone's mindset more than anything. And I think if we can, preach the defense just a little bit more, I think our group's got the ability to score. And we've got some game breakers that can certainly put the puck in the net.
Ryan, with Mika obviously getting hot recently, that's the only game he won in the last 5. He won 4 otherwise. Is there an important, especially since Kreider went down, of picking it up throughout the rest of the line?
Yeah, for sure. I think, like I said, this time of year it's hard to get scoring chances. It's hard to score. Everything's magnified, and it's going to be someone different every night probably. And I think, with our group, I think we know that Panarin and Mika are going to score, but it's how much can the rest of us score too. So, we've got to try to do a good job. I think, over the last couple of months our power play has been pretty good, but that's always an area you can improve on, especially to get goals. It's so hard to score 5-on-5 right now, like I keep mentioning, but power play is a good opportunity. And I think 5-on-5, honestly, I think we've created, some chances, but I think we still can create more. I think we can throw more pucks in the net and find some dirty goals. And it seems like whenever we do that, we either get A, or good balance, or B, we open up a lot of room for us offensively. So I don't know. I don't think it's a magic recipe either offensively or defensively. I think it's just a matter of doing what we've done all year. And we've had a pretty good run here. We're probably a lot farther along than people thought we were going to be, and I think we just got to continue to grow. I think this is a great learning curve for me too, and a lot of other guys to play in these meaningful games, and we just got to try to make the most of them and do whatever we can to get a win. Really.
Do you get a sense that the team recognizes how big this week is?
Yeah, I think we've been saying this for the last little while. To be honest with you, I think our team's kind of looked at it, and the last 2-3 games, it feels like our games are clustered together with little groups of games. It's felt like dating back to even before the break. So I think every game's important. Obviously, it's magnified now. I think probably a little bit more watching other teams in the schedule and who's winning games in the standings and whatnot. But listen, we've been good on the road. We've had our last couple road trips have been good, and our job is to go out there and try to bring home a couple points and keep ourselves in this race as long as possible. I think sometimes from what I've seen in this league, I think it's not necessarily grabbing a spot, it's just not falling out of one and staying in that hunt as long as you can. And we know down the stretch we play a lot of teams that are in our division and some teams that we feel that we match up well against. So we just got to try to get as many points as we can on this trip, and obviously it's very important.
And you match up against Dallas, who you saw a month ago.
Well, obviously they're a good veteran team. I think they probably haven't had the success they want offensively. Some of their guys' numbers aren't as high, but they're built to win this year. If you look how deep their lineup is and the way they play, so it'd be a good test for us. It's a tough building to play in. It's usually pretty good in there, and they've been pretty low scoring. So we've got to find a way to try to win those games that we can't score 5 or 6, and try to find a way to win 3-1 or 3-2. And I think that was kind of the message today in video, and hopefully we can translate it this week. Beauty.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.
This is weird.
How was your week? Because you were the first star, but
I didn't know that. I don't know how to answer that question. I didn't expect that. It's been a bit of a roller coaster for us past week and a half or so, and it's tough since how we played in January and February really, and came up to that weekend against Philly, the back-to-back, or the home and home, and just couldn't get the result that we wanted. So it's tough, but at the same time, we just got to remember why we were successful for those 2 months, and just keep going with that.
Can you talk about what the focus today was? That Ryan was just in here and quick beforehand talking about your defensive game.
Yeah, I think we've gotten away a little bit from it, and just to defend harder, really. I think the structure's been there, but it's just all 5 guys have to be on the same page, and we have to go. We're hard to play against when we skate, and we put pressure on the guys in our zone and anywhere really, and we haven't been able to do that as much, and we haven't done it. So that's something we have to get back to, because I know we can score. We've proven that over the years. So just got to get back to defending hard, and our chance is going to come.
Is the intensity of being in a playoff race in March getting to the team at all? Do you think that might have something to do with the results? Like, for a lot of guys, it's their first time going through something like this.
I don't know. It's hard to say. I think, I think we've been playing that type of hockey, like that playoff type of hockey, for a long time now, because we've seen the opportunity, and it's still there. So I don't think we should question ourselves in any type of way going forward. We just have to kind of reset and move forward from this, and really put an effort in tomorrow.
You talked about all 5 guys needing to be on the same page defensively. Why do you think guys haven't been on the same page?
I think if you look at the way we play in our own zone, through neutral zone, and in offensive zone, when we don't have the puck, we're pressuring everywhere. And I find the first and second guy has been really important, and when the third and fourth and fifth guy don't kind of latch onto that one, and we go as a 5-man unit and we defend as a 5-man unit, that's where the breakdowns come, and we become a little bit too passive and we're out of position. So I think that's been the biggest thing, and that's what we did so well over that period of from January to end of February. And I think that's what we know we can play that way, and we know that's the way we have to play if we want to be successful. So I think it's just the mindset of getting back to that.
You obviously, Kreider goes out, and since then, just on a personal level, the numbers you've put up in the last few years, why has that happened? Have you taken any different approach with him out?
No, I mean, we try not to change the game. I know there's a lot of talks about it, and obviously he's a big key player for us and for our line. I mean, he does so much for our line when he's out there. Again, I've said this before. It's hard to kind of play for two guys, and the guys have been playing with us, with me and Bucci, have done a good job, and I don't think the approach from the team side or my side changed in that way. We just guys get a different opportunity and just have to step up, and that's what we have to continue doing until he's back.
We can see this happen.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
I
I was just asking Coach about this. He kind of downplayed it a little bit, but it's been, I don't know how many consecutive games you guys have been out there to start. I mean, does that have any meaning to you, that you're getting relied on in some ways as the top pair, that you're getting the first crack at it in each game, that you guys are being used pretty heavily at this point?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's nice to, start and try and get the game off on the right foot. But I mean, we don't really read too much into that as much as trying to just play well throughout the game. And obviously, when you're starting, you want to get the momentum going early. So I think that's kind of just the focus.
Brian?
Yeah, I mean, same as Adam. It's nice to have trust, and that's something you're looking for. You want that from the coaches, so you try to build that every game. But like you said, you're just worried about playing well and helping the team.
I mean, has anything about the way that the season's evolved for you two playing together for so long, being such big parts of the team, has that been surprising? Did you think that you would be a starter in all these games in a row at this point in your NHL careers?
I mean, I think we have a lot of confidence in ourselves that we thought with an opportunity we'd be able to play well. I'm sure a lot of guys sure think that way, and definitely just from the start we kind of clicked early playing together, and I think we kind of feed off each other pretty well and make it work like that. But yeah, I think it's definitely nice to try and help the team win in some important games right now.
Right, especially for you, Ryan. I mean, you started the season in the AHL, so could you have envisioned this quickly?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you want to be confident in yourself, and yeah, getting sent down, after training camp and playing a couple games in Hartford, and getting called up, and I thought I played well, and me and Adam have some good chemistry together, so you just want to have confidence in yourself and keep building every game, and things have been going good, and hopefully keep that going.
Are there ever moments when you're out there with against a guy like Ovechkin, or guys that I'm sure you grew up watching, where it's kind of a wow for you?
Yeah, I mean, no doubt. Watching guys like Ovechkin or McDavid, and yeah, it's pretty cool being out there against them and trying to shut them down. So yeah, it's definitely pretty special playing against them.
Why do you think you had good chemistry with Adam? Why do you think it's clicked?
I don't know. I mean, we go back, and we're familiar with each other's games, and I think we kind of played two different styles where Adam likes to jump up in the rush, and I kind of like to stay back a little bit more. So I think our games just kind of go together well.
What are you guys finding that's different about playing in the NHL in March when you're in a playoff race versus playing in the NHL in December when you're just trying to not worry about the standings?
Yeah, I think definitely little mistakes and little things get a little more amplified when these kind of games. I think everyone's trying to keep it a little more simple and kind of play a smart brand of hockey to win. So it's definitely different. It's definitely new for me to play these games. Obviously this late in the year, and it's good. It's exciting, and they're pretty intense games to be a part of.
Has it required an adjustment on your parts that even in a mindset when something goes wrong, you go back to the bench having to move past it faster than maybe you would have otherwise?
Yeah, I think obviously these games are super important, and like I said, you don't want to be the one to maybe kickstart another team's momentum or let them get anything going. But things happen, and you do got to have a short memory when something bad goes wrong. I think you kind of saw when we played Washington, they kept tying it up, and we never really back down and let them get a lead or anything. So I think definitely this time of year is important for us to stay confident no matter what happens.